brain is starting to kick in here. So we'll start with our intros with Shreya and Atul, and then they're going to talk to us about brand building, and there are 3 pillars of brand building, and then some other areas where you can resources that you can use and other ways to build your brand. And then we'll open it up for questions. And so at any time, feel free to throw a question into the Q&A function. We try to keep them all in the Q&A so that we can make sure they all get answered. And if they don't all get answered, we meet after this and we'll put together an answer sheet that we'll post along with the deck and the recording. So we really encourage you to put your Q&A into the Q&A function, but obviously also definitely feel free to drop comments into the chat and keep the conversation going in there. And just to level set, what's our goal of this webinar today? Our goal really is to, guide all of you into the art of building a compelling personal brand. And the way Shreya and Atul described it is, they forged growth from the ground up, starting with nothing but their determination to build their brands. And they've encountered numerous challenges, and through transforming their journey and becoming MVPs, they've realized the power of building this brand on the community and its role. And they want to share all that goodness with you. So before we get started on the presentation, though, if you've come to any of my Ask the Experts, I love me a poll. So I think we already know the answer to this. You wouldn't be at this webinar if you didn't think it was important, but let's just see what the overall consensus is out there in the audience. So we got it. There's nobody in the no category, but we do have someone hovering down there in the maybe area.
Maybe, right.
But you have some convincing to do here, Atul and Shreya.
Yeah, so might be after this session, we'll get 100% in the yes, even though not in the maybe as well.
There you have it, right? Okay. Well, we've got about 75% of folks participating in the poll. So we're going to go ahead and end that. So pretty much everybody said yes, but we do have one maybe in there that we're going to work on. So without me talking anymore, I'm going to turn it over to Shreya to start bringing you the goodness.
Yeah, thank you very much, Preeta. So before we start, I'll just introduce myself. Hi everyone, Shreya Wani here. I am working as a programmer analyst in Roche. I'm based out of Pune, India, and I am an MVP for 2024 and 2025. So what exactly is brand building? What was our topic? Like, why did we decide that brand building, why it is important currently today? So let's just discuss this on a wider scale, like not only based on ServiceNow, like on a wider scale. It's kind of like the process of creating and strengthening awareness, trust, and positive perception of an individual or a product in the minds of the target audience. So it kind of like involves consistently communicating your values, maybe talking about your skills. Every person might have different missions to accomplish, and basically kind of like putting forth yourself and your personality through various channels, maybe like content creating, social media, behavior, experiences. So for individuals who are like in personal branding, brand building will help you. First of all is to stand out in your industry, showcase your expertise, build a professional reputation, attract opportunities and also collaborations. And then in short, we can say that brand building is kind of like how you tell your story to the audience, to the world, and make it kind of like memorable. So I felt that these things are very important when we are talking about brand building. So maybe Brita, we can go to the next one. So coming to from the wider perspective to the ServiceNow perspective, that me and Atul, we felt that there are 3 main important pillars of brand building within the ServiceNow ecosystem. One is networking, second is content creation, and third is community contribution. So considering networking, I would like to start this with a saying, which is many people say that your network is your net worth. And why it matters is because networking helps you to connect with the like-minded professionals, learn from their experiences, and stay updated on the industry trends. So I would just like to give a personal touch to this is because of this networking, I get to know so many people in the community. I have also been inspired by so many people. I started to learn a lot of things. I started to even, let's consider about talking like this soft skill, right? Or like communicating, how to communicate effectively. I also learned this just by observing these like-minded professionals. So I think that if you have a good network with you, then you are good to it. And then how can you achieve that is attend different events like meetups or creator-con or knowledge events. You can also join different ServiceNow community forums, and then you can connect with different peers, different MVPs, rising stars on LinkedIn, or like meet them in person. And then one more thing is that you just shouldn't only be following them, like try to engage with them, ask questions, ask your doubts, and clarify. Then the next is content creation. And I feel that we, or whenever any content creator would like to create any kind of content, he thinks from the perspective of that he should be creating to inspire and teaching to grow. And why it matters is because sharing any kind of content, and it doesn't have to be relevantly based on only the technical part. It can also be the functional part of ServiceNow or any new learnings which you felt. You can always share that with the wider audience. So it is kind of like showcasing your expertise, which will help others learn and then position you as an individual, as a thought leader. And how you can do it is like by writing blogs or like creating small videos, sharing your learnings from maybe like certifications or like different hackathons, and keeping it authentic, like sharing your journey in that. And that's what everyone would like to learn, that what was your perspective and how you made it powerful. And then the third one is community contribution. And I feel that we grow by lifting others. So, why it matters again is that the ServiceNow community thrives on collaboration. So, the community, ServiceNow community was or is the epic big pillar for any kind of contribution or collaboration, and that's where everything started. So, like I said, like when you contribute, you grow and you help also others to grow. So, and then most of the people would be knowing about ServiceNow community. That is, you can answer questions on the forum, and then you can contribute to different maybe like open source projects like the very famous Hacktoberfest. You can also mentor beginners because like for me, for personally, I have been getting like a lot of messages on LinkedIn wherein many people are freshers and they would like to just know about what exactly is ServiceNow, and if ServiceNow is the right career path for them. So they ask like a lot of questions, and you can be a very good mentor for them. And then you can also participate in different challenges which are introduced by the developer advocates. So in all these, we felt that these are the main pillars of brand building. So we can go to the next one, Prita.
Okay, and then we got ourselves another poll here. And we're just curious, like how many meetups have you attended until now, offline or online? So it looks like less than 5 is out in the front here. 5 to 10, and one person in the 10 plus. So yeah, it's mostly less than 5. So I think Shreya and Atul are gonna show you the value of getting to those meetups.
Yeah. So
Okay.
for me, I'll just mention that I would have almost attended like 15 plus meetups, I believe. So like since I've started my journey in service now, I've been attending meetups.
Right, Shreya. And I guess this is one of the basic and the first place for anybody to be start building the networks, which you cannot find in your own regions, in your own cities as well, and you can connect with the like-minded people. So share what
I
you
was,
bring. Yes, go ahead, please.
yeah, I was just saying, and that's where I built my network with Chuck, because my first meetup was online, but rather than it was online, I met with Chuck. I like had a conversation with him, and then when I finally met him at Knowledge, he mentioned that we had met first time at the meetup.
Oh,
So I mean,
nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
So majority of people have been to less than 5. So let's go ahead and show them what are the advantages of being at meetups?
Mm-hmm. So, so maybe I'll start with what exactly are these ServiceNow developer meetups. So these kind of can be considered as a informal community-driven events where different ServiceNow developers, enthusiasts, different even admins or professionals, architects, even if the term is named as ServiceNow developer meetups, but we have always kept it open to every professional within ServiceNow. So they can always join these meetups, and then we come together to learn, connect, share, build together. So what or how we can resemble these meetups with our three pillars for brand building. So one is that when you go to or when you attend these meetups, you get to know these different influential voices within the ServiceNow space, because in the meetups you would maybe meet with, like I said, I met for the first time I met with Chuck. So maybe you might be meeting someone from the ServiceNow advocates, MVPs. Then there are different enthusiasts who might be having like very good experience in their fields. Like maybe like I have been meeting a lot of people who were having or who usually have like more than 15 years, 20 years of experience. So their experience, just to get to hear from them, it's actually a huge thing for me. And then you can actually build your circle of influence by participating in this. You can also be a speaker in one of these meetups. If you want to speak or talk about some topic, you can always do that. And you can also volunteer in some of these meetups. And what you can do is that I feel that these personal interactions often lead to different, mentorships, new friendships, or even opportunities that you won't find online. So one pro tip maybe I can give you is like introduce yourself confidently with everyone, and try to stay active in the discussions which are whatever wherever they are happening in the meetups, and then always follow up after the event. And then one thing I would like to mention about the meetups is that we have there are like two ways how these meetups happen. One is like in person or it is online. Online it is usually happening on the Zoom. In person, usually at least for Pune, we have like a limited capacity, but we are usually done with registrations within like first 5 minutes. So that's how people are so much involved and interested in attending the meetups. So I will just mention that for those who haven't attended any meetup yet, you should actually just try to attend one, and then you will see like how powerful it is. uh, Through considering the different pillars we were talking about, considering the second pillar about the content creation. So maybe what you can do is that if you attended a meetup, you can then uh, take those 5 key learnings from that developer meetup, and then you can talk about that. Or you can even create like your own demo or topic, or topic for a future meetup, and then you can showcase your skills and solutions. So, and the third one is regarding the community contributions, that many MVPs and top community leaders actually started by simply sharing and helping in meetups. So think about it, that if you haven't yet contributed on any community platform, then you can actually go ahead and start just by answering the questions when helping each other in the meetups. And then you will get to know that how easy these things are. And actually the consistent contribution also helps you earn recognition as a helpful, reliable expert. So you can think about also in this area. So one thing is, before concluding about the meetups, they are your space to be seen, to be heard, and to be remembered by the value you bring to others. So Rita, we can go to the next one. Okay. So, considering that we were talking about meetups, in-person meetups, we also have different in-person ServiceNow events which can amplify your brand. So, attending the ServiceNow in-person events actually offers unmatched opportunities to network. Like I mentioned, you can actually grow your professional presence in between those people. So, last year when I was at Knowledge, I met so many people, and then it's just about like creating that space with each other, creating that professional presence with each other. So each event kind of serves as a unique platform for brand building. So let's talk about snugs. So snugs are ServiceNow user groups, and they are actually the regional gatherings where customers, developers, partners, they come together and share real world use cases and challenges. So it's a great opportunity to connect locally, learn implementation insights, and build trust in smaller focused communities. And then you can also, if you want, you can also speak at a snug. Then the next one is knowledge, which is everybody knows about this. So I will be so talking about knowledge is, it is considered as the flagship global event of ServiceNow, like attracting thousands of professionals worldwide. So I think last year there were about more than 20,000, I think. But like, correct me if I'm wrong, Atul. But I feel that was the huge crowd which was there last year.
Yes, so
And then
it was approximately 20,000 plus people attended the knowledge.
exactly.
So where you keep your eyes rolling, it's all human, and all this filled up.
Right, that is true. And you can also have that opportunity to present at those sessions because you have that wider audience there. You have people from all over the world, so you can actually, that is one of the best opportunities where you can actually attend those workshops and or meet different product teams and also present sessions. And then it is kind of, I mean, I consider knowledge as a networking gold mine, because from coffee chats to hallway conversations, you never know, yeah, you who you will be meeting. So let's talk about, next is the World Forum. So World Forum are like a 1 day event, and those are more focused on the business roadshows hosted, which are hosted in different multiple cities, and they are actually focused on highlighting customer success stories, strategies, and innovation. So World Forums can be ideal for professionals looking to connect with leadership and enterprise decision makers, and it is again considered a very strong platform to be seen as a thought leader or strategic contributor. And then last one is about the CreatorCon AI summits. So I think most of the developers' favorite is the CreatorCon area. So it is kind of like developer and innovation focused events centered through maybe like App Engine Studio, or like last year we had this Now Assist, AI, low code, no code, agentic AIs. So perfect for showcasing your technical expertise, building with different studios, or exploring generative AI. And in here you will be provided with hands-on labs. There are also different networking lounges where you will be learning very new things. And then there are also different demo opportunities. So yeah, so I feel that these three things, these four in-person events are the very best events if you want to like create a very good network around it. We can go to the next one, Brita.
Yeah, those in-person events are so critical to, because it's one thing to talk to somebody online, it's a whole nother thing to meet them in person. So before we move on to our next topic, we got another poll for you. We're trying to keep everybody awake here. Not that they need to. Shreya's, providing amazing information. So it looks like a couple people have been speakers, maybe one, but majority of people have not. It may seem like it's an impossible dream, but it's not. And I think we're going to find out how you can make that a reality for yourselves. Yeah, and Brandon, great to see you going to be speaking at Knowledge. That would be awesome. I know you've been working on a lot of certs lately and doing a lot of good stuff out there. All right, somebody's not seeing the poll. If you have pop-up blockers blocked on your computer, you might not be able to see the polls. But suffice to say, it looks like the majority of people have not presented. So let's go ahead and talk about the power of speaking and how to become a speaker.
Yeah, so I feel that public speaking is one of the most powerful ways in the ways where you can establish your presence in the community. Because I feel that meetups from maybe you can start from meetups and then you can go to knowledge. And I feel that these local to global stages, here's how each platform can help you like on how you can grow your brand, because you will within yourself you will find that confidence that is building in to reach you from that local to global stage. So let's talk about first is live streams and webinars. So these live streams and webinars the audience can be global, but it is often limited in scope and interactivity. But it is actually great for topic specific sharing, like demos or features or different tutorials. And then it also enables the real time Q&As which are happening, so increasing that kind of credibility. And then I feel that you can also promote these sessions before and after, and then you can also build that recognition by staying consistent. So live streams or webinars are very good for that. Then considering local meetups, the audience is like highly engaged, but it is kind of like geographically limited because these are local meetups. But these are ideal for different hands-on demos, or even also beginner-friendly sessions and networking. So in the month of March, I had hosted a woman-only meetup, and until now, we were having whenever we used to have these meetups, the presenters were highly focused on just the development area, or like the presenters were more or less often developers. But for the first time, we got a presenter who was actually a QA, and her topic was the most discussed topic, because a lot of the audience was so much happy to see that these topics were getting presented. It was completely based on the ServiceNow ATF testing. But I feel that these meetups can be a very good opportunity and platforms for you all. So where you don't need to actually think about whether this topic is okay or not. You can actually go and talk about it, because there is always someone new to us to a topic. And then I also consider it as a safe space for like new speakers to start their public speaking journey, like I said, from local to global. And then you can actually use these pointers to like refine your storytelling and build that loyal community relationships. And then the last one is world forum, or like speaking at knowledge. So audience's massive global reach across industries and roles. So one of the best opportunities, if anyone is speaking, please, congratulations. And these stages are actually reserved for a lot of impactful stories, innovations, and best practices. And they also offer like very high visibility, and often leads to like feature mentions or like replays. So, like I said, like if you are getting selected for any of these topics, then congratulations. But and I'm that this is actually very difficult for your topic to get selected. So final thought I can add is that whether it's a local meetup or the main stage at Knowledge, every speaking engagement is a step towards becoming a trust voice in the ServiceNow ecosystem. And that's how this is how it can be impacting your brand building. So yeah, we can go to the next one.
I think you make a really good point there about, getting out there and becoming a speaker, because there's always somebody who knows less than you do. And if you really know your topic, even though if there's somebody who knows more than you do, you have presented your topic as I'm in this box, and this is what I was presenting about, and this is what I'm an expert about. So, don't be afraid to get out there and do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thanks for adding that, Brita. And then coming to the power of live streaming. So there are actually some folks who have, who are not that much comfortable of going in front of everyone and speaking. So for them, you have live streaming. So in live streaming, giving live allows you to showcase your expertise, engage in real time, and then you can actually use these. I have actually added 3 different live streaming which are currently going on in ServiceNow. So one of that is the Friday Chill live stream. It is hosted by the developer advocates, and it is like a very relaxed, casual format wherein everyone is like open to discussions, or like some behind the scenes content, playing different games, light demos. And if you want, like if somebody hasn't ever came forward and spoke in any of the live streaming areas, or even in the public speaking areas, you can actually think about Friday Chill live stream as a very good platform. And you can actually it is actually great for authentic connection with a loyal developer audience. So in this, you just have to be yourself. People remember how you made them feel, not just what you said. Then the second one is Ask the Experts webinar, where we are here currently. So it is more structured and knowledge sharing focused, and ideal for presenting success stories, different topics, lessons learned, experiences, And then already we are having a lot of interactive Q&A already happening. So yeah, that is also one of the things. And then the third one is live coding happy hour. So just a quick disclaimer that the live coding happy hour was or used to happen officially, but now it is carried out by different MVPs and it is now an official. But it is actually focusing on the hands-on coding, which is streamed live with real-time problem solving. So if you want to like showcase your technical depth, thought processing, or how if you have like a crazy app build and you want to show that in a live stream, go for it and you can actually show that how you build it. And then you also have the live chat also available, so community can get involved in talking and they can also ask questions, you can answer them live, and that's how you can learn. So why live streaming matters? It isn't just about content, it's presence. It builds visibility, relatability, and trust. And I think that it just makes you more than just a name in the ServiceNow space.
100%.
So yeah, Rita, we can go ahead.
Yep, and it's time for another slide, so we can give Shreya can give her voice a little bit of a rest. Do you create content related to ServiceNow in any format? Let's see what the answers are here. We got a lot of yeses, so that's good. We like to see that. A couple people have never tried, so hopefully we'll change your mind after the end of this webinar.
So Brita, there's a more than 90% is a yes. So my work has been done. We can close it.
Well, we're only at 50% at yes right now, so yeah.
Okay, so let's move to the next slide then.
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Second
I was
here.
thinking that 32 minutes has been done, so my turn will come or not. Thank you, Shreya, for this one. And hi, everyone. My name is Atul Grover. I'm working with Advanced Solution as a senior business process consultant, and I'm a ServiceNow techno-functional trainer as well, based out in UK. So if you notice in the last few slides, there's a very common word we're putting in the topic or in the headlines that is called the power. Because in the today's world, the power of your presence or the power you can make your presence is very much important. So again, I'm taking that legacy forward and keeping the same words, same thoughts here as well. The power of words, pictures, sound, and video. And this we're talking about the content creation. Definitely, yes. Going in the in-person meetings, online, offline meeting, being a presenter, you can meet with the people, but that is only might be one topic, two topics. In a year, you get only one chance or maximum two chance, but the content is something which can give you more and more power and make your presence more visible immediately on the global level as well. So in this area, in this topic, we're going to discuss four major sections. Number one is a blog. Number one, number two is the visual. Number three is a visual, sorry, audio and video. Better, let's go to next slide. So what about the power of words? It is well said, and I'm coming, and we know that something which cannot be done by anybody, that pen can do for us. The example of the newspapers or the news, which you write something, the poems, the literature, the histories, the stories, words can do a lot of things which a person cannot do. So in this area, mainly we bifurcated three sections. Number one, you can write a short paragraphs of any topic, any concept, any example, any script, anything which you learned recently, or you know a lot of things about that, and you can put that in the form of a LinkedIn post. It can be a kind of a separate link. It can be listed on the LinkedIn post, can be a 20, 30, 40 lines somewhere with the screenshots. That is number one part is this. The one benefit which as I'm taking the same words from Shreya, it is making you local to global, because LinkedIn is the one platform where million and billion people has been users, and as soon as you put your post, it get likes, it get repost, your content is getting multiplied instead of going in the additional format. So that is the first place you can make your visibility on this particular part. Second, on the blogs. Blogs, I can say in the two sections, basically, if you are a MVP or the rising star or in the leadership of the ServiceNow company, then you can write the official blogs in the ServiceNow community itself. But if we are not either rising star or MVP or the dedicated or the leadership domain, then you can use your external websites. Like there is something called, I guess is it Twee something is there, or Medium is something that people use lot of different websites to publish their own content. You can build your own website as well. So like nowadays, just 1,000 rupees you can spend and you can get your own website as well. So you can start putting your blogs in that personal websites and then start publishing them on the different platform. One more thing, if because this is what I noticed from the community, is that people want to be right, but they're not MVP or the rising star. So what I recommend, if you want, yes, thanks, Peter, putting the medium was the right, which I was missing on. So if you still want to be right something on the community, you can put in the format of a question, but make a practice that in your subject line, you put like a blog 1, blog 2, so that it is easy to identify for the reader that it is not a question, it is something, the content you want to be shared. But I strongly prefer to go for the external sites so that you can make your own database on this particular part. Believe me, if you ask me, I hate writing. So I never never love to be write the blogs only, but I love to be create the video. So this is what the second part we're coming on this part. But next slide, please.
Oh, well, then we're gonna take a little break here and have a quick
Okay.
poll. Yeah, so what platforms do you use? And if you use something else, you can go ahead and throw that into the chat.
Yes.
Looks like a lot of people on LinkedIn, WhatsApp, few on Discord, nobody on Slack. Interesting.
Oh, come on. I
Yeah,
have a lot of friends on the Slacks.
yeah, that SNC Slack channel is very active. Maybe
Yes,
you need to drop a
very,
link
very,
of that in the chat.
yeah. So
And
if
actually, it's very good for communication also. I mean, everyone are there on Slack.
right. And if you just on the Slack and just to keep it for 5-10 minutes, because I'm in the part of journal channel as well, it's like popping, and every time it's getting popping on this program. And it gives a lot of information as well. It's not only the questions, but there are a lot of people who are putting their own content as well, so that you can learn on this particular part. So let's move that. What next we are bringing on this slide now? Okay. The power of light, camera, and action. That is a movie time. So this is one of the famous area which possibly I can say I love it, because I said I don't love to be writing, but I love to be present the videos on this particular part. So there's a multiple. So this particular slide has a 2 sections. On the top, we are giving some kind of a content. On the bottom, we are giving some kind of a channel. So you can start with the shorts. Shorts in the form of might be a concept, might be you're watching some webinar, you're watching something else, you can take it, cut it short and put in your own channel as well. Or you can create a concept, you can create a just 30 seconds, 40-second, talk about what is incident, what is change, what is problem, what is knowledge, what is request. So you can create the shorts as well. Then you can get the short videos, a beautiful concept of the 5 or 10 minutes only. Scripting, logic, publicizing, field decorator, workspace introduction, reporting, function field, anything which you think that it can be covered in 5 to 10 minutes, you can go in the short video part. Again, I'm putting a little bit brackets here. If you are okay to show your face on the videos, that will be more good, because people start recognizing you with the face. If you don't want, still you can go with this content only. The third one, that is webinars. So you can arrange your own webinars. You can invite different guests on your session. It can be pre-recorded so that you can do a little bit editing if you want to be make some things up and down, or if you want to be go with the lives, you can go in this particular part. I'm putting webinar and the live stream in the 2 different sections, because live streams mainly I'm referring here for the YouTube live streamings only. So in this part, like I do a lot of podcasts, I see a lot of my friends, MVPs, other people as well who are doing a lot of podcasts as well. So they invite someone on the guest, and it is up to you that on which area you want to be go. You want to go in the technical, you can call experts here. If you want to go some non-technical, some soft skill perspective, you can bring those people on the platform, and you can do the live streaming. The only benefit is that in the live streaming, you and the guest in the I can say studio, nobody else will be there, so you both can speak each other, you can demo it, and you can do your work. And finally, the full length courses means if you want to be create some specific courses, might be on the GRC, HRSD, SecOps perspective, which have a 5 or 6 different topics. You can create the full length courses, approximately 30-40 minutes each video, and then you can create a complete series and put on your own channel. So it can be your, now how to publicize this thing. Number 1, you can put on the LinkedIn, a beautiful place. Number 2, you can create your own YouTube channel, or you can collaborate with other people. If somebody has only on the YouTube channel, so you can collaborate with them. Definitely, yes, Facebook looks bad, but yes, I started something in 2023 to start putting my videos on the Facebook as well, and I got a good response. You can put on the Twitter as well. You can use the Slack. You can use that Discord as well, Discord as well, plus WhatsApp. And which I'm missing earlier is what the Reddit, which I see yesterday in one of the posts. So these are the communication channels which you can use to publicize. And believe me, I have a lot of friends. If my phone get ring t t t t t in a 1 minute, it get number of t t t t t, it means someone is putting their content on these channels back to back. So on the WhatsApp, we have multiple groups. On the Slack, we have multiple channels. On the Reddit, we have multiple areas or forums where you can go and put your content. And believe me, when someone read it and they give a comment, I am happy, I like the content, you get a motivation. So this is one of the good place people use actually, because sometimes it is tough to be read everything. People say, okay, can I go for the 1x or 2x speed so that I can complete the video and get the crunch on this particular part? So this is the power of light and camera on this particular part. Next slide, please, Brita. Wow. Third one. I don't want to become on the camera because I'm a shy or I'm a camera shy person. Then I have two options to do here. Number one is the podcast, which is audio based. I listen a lot of podcasts. The one which is organized by the developer advocates, it's called the Breakpoint, where one host, one guest come together and discuss about a topic. It can be like a 15-20 minute sessions, you can say, or the discussion they spend. Or you can invite your friends, you can publicize on the Apple or the Spotify, and you can make it as a possible, because sometimes your voice has a more powerful than your face as well. So people know by your voice. So if you think that voice is better, don't need to show your face, then you can go for the podcast as well, which is completely audio based. The only benefit of this is that I'm going for the running. I can put a headset or the headphone. I can start listening it, and I can do my walk or the run as well, instead of spending my eyes on the screening time. The next one, which is in the power of picture, is called the visual. And nowadays, this particular area is growing like anything. There are a lot of people I see on the LinkedIn, on the community as well, who are putting their content visually. So you can use some AI based pictures. If you want to see the example, you can attend the Friday chill stream, where you can see that a lot of pictures are coming from the AI based, and you have to be thinking that what this picture depict as per the ServiceNow ecosystem. You can see some comic style, might be if your favorite cartoons, or might be your favorite celebrities kind of things. You can use that style as well. I see a lot of people who are putting this part, and you can put up something on the movie style, like Star Wars is one of the famous, I can say, the concept which people use to build their content on this particular part. And the benefit of this visual part, maximum what I see or my experience says, 7 to 8 sections only, or I can say 7 to 8 just clicks. That's all. The concept is clear. A very brief, very quick to understand, very simple English, no complications, with a small examples, quick check, and you get clear your doubts immediately on this particular part. But definitely, yes, if you want to go in the deep dive, you can refer to ServiceNow docs or the videos, or you can go back in the knowledge or the world forum or the meetups, so that you can get a little bit more in-depth knowledge on this particular area. Next slide, please, Brita. Now the bonus power. We're using it. Power of the networking, power of the content creation, power of the meetups, power of the knowledge speaking as well. But now this is something, a bonus. I am speaking a lot. I'm learning. I'm creating content a lot, but I want to be learned more. And these are the challenges which I can say is a bonus power for us. I put the two sections, external and ServiceNow, because I'll pick up the ServiceNow first, then we'll go for the external part. Every year, ServiceNow from the last few years, I can see, I guess 3 to 4 years, if I'm not wrong, Shreya, we can see that these challenges are coming almost every year. It was started with the build with AES, then come with RPA, then come with the Creator Studio. And on the top of that, every year, developer advocate, specifically I'll take the name of the Earl here, because he's the one who organize and manage everything with the support of other MVPs, other team members, Hacktoberfest. I'll give a chance to Shreya to speak on this particular part as well. And the bottom one is a hackathon. If you are joining knowledge in any of the year, this is my 3rd year, I'm going to the knowledge, please participate in the hackathon without fail. let me clear one thing very clearly here. Either you are a developer, you are an architect, or a people like me who are the business process consultant, I am still participating in the hackathon. So hackathon is not only for the developer or architect, hackathon is for everybody. And in hackathon, the thumb rule says in your team, you should have every type of persona or every type of persona resources so that you can work together on this particular part. So hackathon is the place where you work 8 hours to build a small application prototype, have to prepare the slides, have to prepare the business case, have to prepare the demo as well, plus recording as well. And finally that get submitted for the results as well. So if you're coming the knowledge this time, specifically, I see that Nidhi and Prashant, they're coming. Day 6th of May from 4 p.m. till midnight 12 a.m. This hackathon will be there. Definitely, yes. And I know that Ellen is also there. So Ellen is one of the person who are arranging this and also one of the judge in this hackathon as well. So be there, build your own team there only, join and enjoy the time. That is the one thing. Now coming on the external part specifically, now there are a few of the companies, it can be partner, it can be customer, who are organizing the external hackathon as well at their own places. So they invited the different candidates from the different places. Then they invite everybody on the same day, one office, give a use case, people go there, build the use case, and then they participate. So hackathon is big. I'm putting a lot of stress on the hackathon because this is one of the area that make me push that Atul should go to the knowledge again, because I love to participate. Even though I did not code a single line, but my work to be prepared, the business case, slides, video recording is my work. So I love to participate. So if you're coming, don't forget to participate hackathon. Next slide, beta. Yes. Before that, I'll move forward. Let me give a chance to Shreya because she's one. Okay, let me pick up something on the Hacktoberfest. Last year, 2024, I participated first time in the Hacktoberfest. Okay, I give you the details will be given by Shreya, so I'll not take her content. But it is the first time when I participated in the Hacktoberfest because a myth was in my mind that Hacktoberfest is only for the developers. I was totally wrong. The Hacktoberfest also is applicable for every role, and I was in the top 25 contributor in the last year Hacktoberfest. So there's a multiple things which you can learn, which you can build in the Hacktoberfest, and believe me, it's like a competition. I want to be, the minimum is the 4 pull requests. People put 4, 5, 10, 20. If you're good experts, a lot of things are open for you. Now, Shreya, over to you for the Hacktoberfest experience.
Thank you, Atul. So, before starting, like what exactly is Hacktoberfest and how you can participate in it? Last year was also my first time participating in Hacktoberfest, and maybe I'll just add one personal touch to it is I was just not knowing like how GitHub works, like how Hacktoberfest is, like how you can actually create a pull request, how you can contribute to these different projects. And then I got in touch with Atul. I just asked him because he had recently, at that time, he had recently created a YouTube video. And then I just felt that let me just connect with Atul and see that if he has some idea about like how exactly this Hacktoberfest happens and how you can create pull request on it. And then we connected. And then I think for him also and for me also, it was a very
First
good
time.
learning thing.
Yes.
And first time, a very good learning thing. And we tried the simplest one. I think it was a plants application, but I think it was the best learning which where we had. We just connected. He showed me that this is how you do it, and then we pulled up some things, and we also found out that this is actually very simple, and this is not like wherein a lot of people should actually think twice that whether we should be participating in it or not, or whether this is only focused for developers or not. This is actually for all of the people. So, I mean, I just want to echo what Atul said is that do not think that this is only for developers, and do not think that it is not for you and you cannot do it. You can actually do a lot of things. And to my surprise as well, I was also one of the top 25 contributors for this Hacktoberfest. So, I mean, we had a lot of things. We had a very good conversation as well on that. And then before passing on to Atul, I will just like to mention like what exactly is. So this is we can call it as a festival, a celebration, where we are actually celebrating open source projects. So it is like a month-long open source event held every October every year, and it is hosted by the Digital Ocean with support from GitHub and others. And it is all about contributing to open source projects, and you can actually earn cool rewards like badges or merches and so on. And then there were like some GitHub basics which were not known by me, but Atul made it very simple. So think of like coding like writing a shared storybook. So one is fork, you make your own copy. Branch, you start a new chapter. Commit, that is you save your draft. Then pull request, wherein you suggest your changes. And then push is add your chapter to the main book. So if your pull request gets pushed, that means you have your you have that your actually changes have been accepted by the team, by the Hacktoberfest team. So you can actually this Hacktoberfest, why we specifically wanted to talk about is that for many people it can be for the first time they might be contributing, but if you want to start any kind of contributions with the service now, maybe my recommendation would be to start with Hacktoberfest. So you will actually get to understand from yourself within that how your changes, how your code, or how your simple things can be impactful within these different projects. So yeah, maybe Atul, I'll just pass on to you, and maybe you can talk about your our experiences and how
Yes.
we learned about it.
Yep. So just to be add something more here, Nidhi, and to everybody, because before 2024 October, the same thought was in my mind that Hacktoberfest only for the developers. But after participating, creating my content on that, guiding, even not just to share, I have few of the friends who watch my videos and say, wow, this time I'm going to participate as well. So it is also give me learning, because till now I was not aware that how to be link GitHub and the ServiceNow. And by doing this, I learned that how to be link GitHub and the ServiceNow. Definitely, yes, I write each and every step in my notebook. Go there, click on this button, click on this button, click on this button. But now I aware that if I need to bring a code from GitHub to the ServiceNow App Engine Studio, how to get it. That's what is all. Even though it's a very small learning, but yes, I'm happy that it is a learning for me, which I achieve by participating in the Hacktoberfest. So irrespective of your role, please participate. And one more thing, it is not a race. So don't compare yourself with the other one that he's doing or she's doing the 4 pull requests or 5 pull requests. If you're doing 1 pull request as well and that is successful, believe me, you are a winner in that domain. That is what is important here now. Okay, thank you. Let's go to the next slide.
Yep, so we got another poll here.
Yes.
Based on what we've talked about today, I know it's probably hard to choose one of the pillars, but which one do you think that you'll be focusing on going forward? And I'm sorry, I'm missing one on the slide, but it's in the middle, so. But while you're filling that out, I can't emphasize enough what Atul and Shreya are saying, just get out there, do it. There's no, I mean, we make mistakes. That's how we get better. And that's how we learn. And that's how you get ahead. It's, you can't just sit at home and wait for things to happen. And also, whatever you learn about the platform, no matter what your role, is going to be helpful to you. Because if you understand the platform, that'll help you understand, whether you're a business process analyst or an architect or a developer or whatever. So I think that's all very important. So it looks like the pillar here that most people are going to lean on is LinkedIn, and then some content creation, and then some community contribution. So hopefully some of you will feel a little more inspired to do some content and creation. And we do have somebody in the chat saying that they would do networking, so that's good. We're going to go ahead and end the poll, and then we'll go to our last slide here before we go to questions. These are just some links to some resources that Shreya and Atul have found helpful.
And I want to add one more point here, specifically from the networking perspective. Now, not now, it's almost a year now that we have a regular connect, which is conducted by the ServiceNow, or not ServiceNow, basically Now Learning, or the ServiceNow University, that is called the speed networking. This is happening every month, first Tuesday, but only for the May month, because it's a knowledge on that first Tuesday. So it is happening on the 13th of May. This is one of the place where you can actually guide someone and you can get some knowledge as well. So it is a 1.5 hour session starting at 5 o'clock BST for me, and it's India, it's 9:30 in the evening. So two sessions are there, different time zones are there. So you can get this link and you can register yourself for the 13th May of session, where you can get met a lot of more than 100 people join that session. It's a different breakout sessions as well. So you can join that sessions and you can get clarified, you can build your network, you can share knowledge with the different people as well. So this is what is something I can say for everybody should attend these sessions, specifically networking one. Let me put a latest one, which I can see the link for 13th of May session. If you want, you can register on this link and hope to see you on the session as well. And someone is asking for the meetups. So this is the link you can get, Nidhi, in the second one, that all meetups are there. You can go and open this link and check if in your region, in your city, in your country, if something is happening for the meetup perspective, you can join that session. Also on the community, we have a dedicated page called the event here under the connect. You can see multiple options are there. Go and pick up and explore and learn together and build a network as well.
Yeah.
Next
Um,
slide, please, Peter.
Yeah, we're just ready to go to questions on,
Sure.
yeah, I'd like to know if you or Shreya have found any particular AI tools that help you create content quickly and efficiently so that you can, do this, on a grander scale, so to speak.
I will say that I did not use much, but I preferred that Mid Journey is one of the platform or the tool which I use to see some kind of AI generated photographs or the images, and on the basis of that I write to some kind of I create some kind of a content, just getting an idea from there, putting something in my presentations or in my videos or my trainings as well, to get that how I can generate my content on this particular part. What you thought? What your thoughts about on this, Shreya?
Yeah, actually, it's a good point, Atul, because in between, I think ServiceNow had also given us a chance to create our own AI-based
Correct.
avatars, and I think that was also a very nice idea. And I think I can also see a lot of people also keeping those pictures as their profile photos, and
Right.
I think we can use those pictures to create that kind of connection in between the audience if we want to keep those pictures or those kind of things in our videos or in our presentations. That would create a very nice or I can say. And then one more thing, I just do not remember the tool, but in between in my organization, we had one presentation to give in, but we decided that instead of us talking in front of the audience, let's actually create an avatar, and then we can give a voice to that avatar, and then she or he can speak on behalf of us. So that also is actually a very good idea, wherein you can actually have it done by somebody else, and we can actually generate that content and they can speak on behalf of you, and that creates also a very nice thing.
Cool. Well, we are running up on time here, so I do just want to bring up this last slide here and thank you all for coming. And you can scan this QR code to see what are the upcoming events in the Ask the Experts series. And also immediately after this, you'll receive a survey. I know a lot of people have survey fatigue. Everybody's asking you, how are we doing? But if you could just take a few moments to answer these 5 questions, or even a couple of them, to let us know how we're doing. And also, it's an opportunity for you to let us know what other topics you might want to see us cover in the future. So we really appreciate it, and we do listen to what you say. We review the comments and try to improve the webinars accordingly. So thank you all so much for coming, and there will be no Ask the Experts next week due to knowledge, but the following week we'll be working on have Philippe Alzate come back again, and he's going to talk about Now Create from an advanced perspective, since everyone enjoyed his initial want to now create. We're going to take a little deeper dive in that second week in May. So thanks everybody for coming, and we'll see you next time, or maybe at Knowledge.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.